Hi, this is Jarno from Pokerista.net, and I'm sitting here with the man Gus Hansen. Welcome, Gus.
Thank you.
So, we're actually at Espoo, Finland. We just watched a game of squash against Finnish players and Danish players. So, can you tell me little bit about this?
Well, my entire life I've been involved with sports. I've played tennis my entire life, played some soccer, and last 5-6 years I've been playing a lot of squash. Been involved with the Danish championship, etc. Playing a little bit myself, and I have some good friends in Danish squash, and I learned that we have a young, very good team, but unfortunately the Danish Squash Federation didn't have the funds to send them to the European Championship here in Finland, in Espoo, and then
you're not sponsoring the team.
Then I stepped in. I thought it was a good opportunity. We have a young team with a lot of potential, and we're playing in the B group, and basically if we got to the 1 or 2 spot in the B group, we would move up to the A group, and well, a perfect scenario. We met Finland here in the final, so both Finland and Denmark moved up to the A group for the next European Championship. Unfortunately, we did lose the tiebreaker to Finland today, so we came in second in the B group, but all in all a very good result, and obviously a good result for the Finnish team as well.
Yeah, nice. Congratulations on that one.
Thanks a lot.
So, do you still play tennis? I heard you had some side bets, but they didn't happen.
I mean, I still play some tennis. Patrick played some tennis, and we played like long time ago in Monaco, and we actually we both live in Monaco. We made a bet, a big tennis match for $200,000, but well, it's easy to make bets for a lot of money when they never happen. What happened? We said we had a year to play it, and Patrick got injured, so we postponed it for a little bit, and then I got injured, had an operation on my knee, and then we kind of postponed it like 2-3 times, and then we just said, you know what, we're going to cancel it. Yeah. So I mean, it would be have been a close match. He was better when we were both playing as teenagers. He was a little bit better than me, but when we made the bet, I was in better tennis shape. I played more tennis than he did. He had taken a long break, so it would have been a close match, but as I said, we never got around to do it, and then we canceled the bet. So I still play, but no $200,000 match.
Okay. So, and you had other sports bets, like you did the boxing match, and do you plan something on squash? Or?
Well, I haven't planned anything on squash yet, but I mean, obviously, here my first experience at the European Championship, not as a player, but as a team manager, call it whatever you want. I mean, it was a really good one, obviously with a good result. So, I mean, you never know. I might have some crazy ideas.
Great. Did you go out with the team? Did you check out Helsinki nightlife, or
well,
hang up with Ilari, vodka cranberries or stuff like that?
Well, the thing is, I mean, we came on Tuesday, and obviously when you're here at the European Championship, it's professional athletes, and everybody has been playing matches every day, tough matches every day. So basically, the tournament is over now. There's a big dinner and a big party tonight. So. There's a good chance I'll try a little bit of Finnish vodka later tonight.
Nice. So, and I noticed that you've been having a bit of time to also play online during the championships. You had some matches with Ilari Sahamies.
I did play a couple of hours. Usually when we get back to the hotel, the squash players go to bed early, needs a good night's sleep, well rested for tomorrow. Of course, me as a poker player, I'm used to the late hours, so I'm not used to going to bed at 10 o'clock at night. So, well, I took a couple of hours here and there and played a little internet poker. Unfortunately, my record here in Finland on the poker on Full Tilt Poker has not been that good. So unfortunately, both Patrick Antonius and Ilari Sahamies has been beating me the last couple of days. But I'm confident. I'll get back at them.
Yeah, you seem to have pretty good results this year. You won millions already this year. So,
well,
how do you feel about your game?
Well, I think definitely there's been some improvements. The last maybe 6, 7, 8 months, I've had overall real good, solid results. Some improvements. That's the thing about poker. You can keep on improving all the time. I mean, you're never going to be a perfect poker player, but if you can correct mistakes and make fewer and fewer mistakes all the time, then the results will come along. And I feel pretty confident about my game. Like I said, this week hasn't been too good, but 2011 overall has been very, very good, and hopefully I can continue that on that same note and play with confidence, which is very important.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, whether you're on the squash court, you need to have confidence. If you're at the poker table, you need confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
And right now, I feel pretty good about everything, the decision making, etc. So I'm looking forward to the rest of 2011. Now the World Series is coming up in Las Vegas in a month. So both live tournaments, internet, poker-wise, it's been good lately.
Yeah. Which games would you prefer? Now you played Omaha, but you've been seeing playing lots of horse and 7-game. And which games do you like the most?
It's a good question. Fortunately for me, I mean, I play them all. That's the difference between, I think, a lot of the players and the new upcoming so-called internet superstars. A lot of them, guy like Isildur, he plays No Limit Hold'em, and don't get me wrong, I mean, it seems like he's very good at heads-up No Limit Hold'em, but he's probably never played a hand of stud or Raz or Limit Hold'em or Omaha High-Low, etc. And that's the thing. That's what you can see. The top players, the Phil Ivies, the Patrick Antonius, they play all the games. They know how to play all the games really, really well. So fortunately for me, I also play all the games, some of them better than others. Do I have a preference? I really like the Omaha High-Low. I like the triple draw. I do like the pot limit Omaha, even though if we take the last 3-4 years, my overall result hasn't been too good, but still I feel like it has been improving. So I like them all, and fortunately I also come from a background of backgammon. I still play some backgammon. So I mean, I play a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and sometimes it's good to change. If one thing is not doing too well, you can kind of change gears or change game and kind of get your mind off, and then when you get back, look at it with fresh eyes and maybe get a better new perspective, better rhythm. So I like them all. I mean, poker is a great game. So
great. So let's go to the World Series of Poker. So what are your plans for there? Are you gonna stay for a longer time in Vegas?
Well, I mean, I had plans to actually go to Vegas next week.
Okay.
There was a big series planned by Full Tilt. There's a World Poker Tour Championship, and then followed by the World Series. Obviously, with the happenings that has happened, what everybody is calling Black Friday, some tournaments has been cancelled. It's kind of a little bit up in the air. It's hard to say what is actually going to happen. So I think my trip to Vegas is going to be delayed a little bit. I'm still going to be there for more or less the entire World Series. As far as tournament goes, I could play 4 or 5 if I play a lot of cash games. Maybe I could play as many as 10. I'm never going to play the 40 tournaments like the Daniel Negreanu and the Phil Hellmuth and the Barry Greenstein. I'm not as eager as the rest of them to show up each day at the Rio and play for 12 hours. I'm going to pick my spot, play the tournaments I feel that I really have a good chance of performing well, and then take it from there. And usually during the World Series there's going to be a fair amount of cash games going on, and I still would say that that's my preferred game of poker, is the cash game compared to the tournaments. Don't get me wrong, the tournaments are very exciting, especially obviously the main event, but I like the cash games. You have a little more control. You can come sit down for a couple of hours, and if you feel like it's not really your day, you can pack your chips and come back tomorrow. Whereas the tournament, you're there and you have to be focused, and if it's not really your day, you're kind of struggling all day long to make it to day two. And so I do prefer the cash games, but you're going to see me at some tournaments, but how many? It depends. Maybe if I have good results in the first tournament, first couple of them, I feel like, okay, I'm going to take down another bracelet. Or if I lose quickly in the first couple of tournaments, maybe I'll stick more to the cash game. So we'll see. It's hard to predict.
Yeah, there has been some predictions on the amount of players on the main event. Some prediction was that there would be only like 2,500 players or something because of the Black Friday. So how do you feel it affects the player amount?
It will definitely affect it in some way, shape, or form. How? It's hard to say. I mean, I think it's fairly easy to predict that we're probably not going to see a larger field than last year. I think we were around 7,000 in the main event last year. And it's hard for me to imagine there's going to be more with the happenings, but 2,000 sounds very, very low to me. I have a hard time believing that number, but again, there's people who know more about it than me. So so we'll see. I mean, I'm going to be there. I'm going to play the event, and whether it's 2,000, 4,000, or 7,000, I'm planning to win the tournament. So
good.
Who cares?
Yeah. So a bit more about the Finnish players. So I mentioned Ilari, playing with Ilari. So you've been banging heads with him for a long time, but in a day-to-day life, I heard that you're friends or you get along well.
Well, I mean, I pretty much get along with everyone. It's it depends. I mean, probably the one that I spend the most time with of the Finnish poker players, or for sure, that's Patrick. I mean, we live pretty close to each other down in Monaco. We both play tennis, so we have some common interests there. So obviously, I hang out with him. Ilari, I think he said a couple of weeks ago that he was done with the online business and he was going to play mostly in Europe and so on. And then you see him on full tilt. So it kind of depends. I mean, it's like unless people do something totally out of control, I'm good friends with most of the players. Of course, like I said, there's some players that you hang out with more because of the common interest. But hey, I'm easygoing, so.
Have you noticed that Ilari has been lately appearing in these Finnish rap music videos? Have you seen them?
I have not seen the Finnish rap videos. I will say on the trip out here to the Espoo Squash Center, sometimes on the radio I've been hearing some Finnish music, whether it's rock or rap or this and that, and I have to admit I don't understand the fucking word they say. So no, I haven't seen Ilari, but
I must send you the links.
I might enjoy them. I might have to check that one out.
It's pretty awesome.
All right.
Okay, but here we are done with Gus, and once more, thank you for the interview and good luck.
Thank you.
In your future tournaments and cash games, and probably we'll see you at the next squash events.
There's a good chance I'll show up for the next event.
Okay, bye.